can see us, can
Doctor
hear
says that
us.
should clear right up.
I think you said you had to poop first.
It's not the monkeypox.
Nope.
All
We're not calling that
righty.
anymore.
Welcome to Roleplay Give and our ridiculousness. We are the Warbler. Well, this is the Warbler brothers performing in the Candlekeep. Walking through the Candlekeep Mysteries book, and we are currently in an interstitial. We have just wrapped up our chapter. In our chapter, it doesn't say the chapter number on it. We just wrapped up a chapter, the Price of Beauty chapter.
I guess it was
Chapter
chapter 6 because we're now level 7.
Or what? You're level 7?
No,
We're level 6.
we're level 6.
5.
So that was
like,
chapter 5.
Yep.
Yep. Sorry.
I'm level 8.
It was actually chapter 6 because there are 2 chapter 4s or 2 4th level adventures.
Oh.
But we only did 1. All right. So tonight
Please
we
go to
are back
11.
we're back in Candlekeep for a very special Battle of the Bands. Our characters returned just a night ago, and I've been talking up Tiffany at the bar and getting their feet under them. They have recently heard about some missing crab cakes, but they've postponed investigating the crab cakes until after the rock. So tonight we have the Battle of the Bands that is going to take place in a tournament style. Fiddy Copper versus Ludidrist will be the first duo or first competition. Then the Harpers versus Lich Astley. Then Mithrilback versus the Trans-Regged Orchestra. And then Motley Crusade versus our very own Warbler brothers. So as the Battle of the Bands gets started, the rock begins around 5 o'clock in the evening, early enough that people aren't afraid to start drinking. And you find yourselves in the hearth. I have you all at the bar, but feel free to move yourself to wherever you think you might be in this room. So the hearth is, you can't tell, but it's pretty packed. There are a lot of people here hanging out, and as you come in, the first bands are about to take the stage, welcomed by an MC. MC, would you please describe what the group sees?
All right, so tall, drink of water, wearing a pretty nice cowboy hat. Absolutely a tiefling, infernal heritage, front and center, hard to miss. Longhorn steer kind of horns straight out from the sides of her head, sharp teeth. Basically anywhere that like a human person would blush or be like kind of pinkish, it's more of like a purple cast. And the whole like top of her head, like bridge of nose to forehead is that same purple. Big old cowboy boots, spurs on the back, got a harmonica on a neck
brace.
A neck brace.
Holding
a banjo. Banjo.
Awesome. I think
She ain't from around here.
Dusty, can you turn the map lights to just on? Because I feel like we should be able to see from one end of the bar to the other.
Oh, yep. Sorry, I didn't realize they weren't on. My bad.
No worries.
And can you get the volume to 11, please?
Don't tell our turn.
I think that's my job.
So,
how's that,
Dusty? I don't want to be that guy because I think that's Ed in real life. But according to the rules, we can't steal from any other contestant. But it doesn't say that we can't steal from judges.
That's what it says.
It's a risky move there, Arwen. Let's be.
Rules as written.
Bold.
Yep.
Normally, we celebrate bold choices in this family.
I would also say what it should say is you can't get caught stealing from
Yeah.
other contestants.
Well, that's how all rules work. That's how all rules work. If you don't get caught.
So you're saying that if he gets caught stealing from the judges, he can plead that's no foul because the rules don't say I can't.
I'm just saying it doesn't get us kicked out of the Battle of the Bands.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, that's yeah. Okay.
I'm not a fan.
You
But he's not a
might-
fan.
Logic.
It also
might have
says
some
we don't. I think you're about to say the same thing I was going to say.
I was
might
going to
have some
say, and the judges
disadvantage
can't
on
hold a
checks.
bias against us. No, because they can't bias against us. It's right there in the rules.
Yeah. It doesn't say they can't have
They
a bias.
can't.
It
Yeah,
doesn't
that's
say
not in
you
the
can't
rules.
steal from them. It also doesn't say they can't hate you and rule against you.
True.
Right. I just realized that we're not showing this battle map, and I'm very proud of it. So I'm going to switch to
I'm
Make
for
it move.
It's a fine map. It's a fine ass map.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful hearth map.
Beautiful.
It's very trippy. I like the colors.
If anybody's tuning in for the first time and they're like, where did you get this beautiful map of the hearth in Candlekeep? Because so very few exist that are matching the description of the book. This fine map was created by Slumpy DM.
Oh, that's me.
Steve Warbler
will.
made the map.
Steve Warbler made this map, and I approve of it.
And I'm
What are-
quite happy.
Now go away before I punch you a second time.
What did you need, Sean?
As the maker of the map, is there any stone in the hearth anywhere? Or is it all wood? It all looks very wood.
It is.
I'm trying to figure.
There is one place that's stone, and it is the wall that you can't tell because I overdid the shadow. But the circle hearth is all obviously stone, hearthstone, and then inside of that is bedrock. So
Okay, but there's currently a fire in the hearth.
there is currently a very large fire.
There's no other stone.
They just got an idea for a new genre of music. It's called bedrock.
I would
rock that makes you sleepy.
suggest that the DM would rule on this, but it looked to me in the drawing like the roof was a slate.
Ooh.
So
The roof is slate.
That's not. But in the drawing I have, that's a DM ruling.
Yeah.
It doesn't say in the book. This roof over here that I'm pinging, I can't make you guys look at it, but on the far left, that also looked slate to me in the drawing. And then I think, sorry, Dusty, I'm very now aware of where everything is because I had to draw it all. The hearth is built right up on the curtain wall of Candlekeep, so this is all stone. And
there's a gap there. If you look at the Candlekeep poster, you can see there is wattle and daub behind the hearth. So there's like a little alleyway behind the buildings.
Oh, I thought that was just Force 3D perspective.
You thought the wattle?
Yeah.
I need a judgment on the ceiling, DM.
Yes, slate. I'll give you slate.
Also, Dusty, I think you're probably already really well aware of this, but I drew this upside down. So north is
down.
north
here.
is down.
Yeah.
North is down.
Yeah.
So
one other question.
I will fix it for future iterations.
Is my best friend little one here?
Yes, I realized this morning that like we have a map for the hearth. I really need to get a mini for the little one.
Well, it's just
and
an
Tiffany,
ogre, right?
I didn't make a token.
Just an ogre.
Yeah, but little one's kind of his own thing.
Fez.
And with a fez. Now
I don't know that he has a fez. That's how I picture it.
Now I want to draw
he has
that.
A crown.
Oh, that's right, because he's an
crown.
Ioun stone.
And a
He's
fez.
an
There's no reason you can't wear an Ioun stone and a fez.
No, in fact, I think they're actually made well together. I really want a fez.
Why not?
In real life, I want a fez.
Is the quick clarifying question, are we moving the plot forward? The answer is no, but it's fun anyway. Yes, Scott.
Keep asking about building materials.
If north is down, What direction is the sickness?
I don't know.
Up with the sickness.
Hmm.
I don't know
Because
that
we're
reference.
upside down.
I didn't get this
Paige and I,
reference.
as the young folk in the group, have no idea
Yeah.
what the hell you're talking
No,
Actually, that song is
I
more
didn't
your
get it
generation.
either.
that's way more your.
Yeah, I was going to say that's not a current song.
But it's
Down
more
with the
current
Sickness
than most
is
of the
not,
ones we
it's not a
reference.
current song.
Is down with
But
the
it's more current than
s-
most of what we reference.
Is down with the sickness?
Fair.
Is that? I got it.
That was like that 2000. Like,
If the
weird...
year started with the 2, it's more new than most of what we reference.
That's
Chaboy
true.
was 9 years old when that song came out.
Chaboy being you?
Being me, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
I'm just
know
making
this
sure
reference.
Chaboy is not the name of a band that I don't know about.
That's
No,
where
the
I
name
went
is
too.
Disturbed.
Oh, Disturbed. No. Moving on.
Disturbed right now.
I don't know about the illness, but ask me how I like my cheeseburger, and I'll be happy to tell you.
In paradise, is that how you
'Cause
like
it's-
it?
With lettuce and tomato, Heinz 57 and a French fried potato.
Oh my.
A big kutcher pickle and a Paul Jack
He's-
beer. Good God Almighty!
He's just
Here it's
he's gonna disconnect. He's
cheeseburger
running
in
the stream. Don't
paradise.
do it.
There's gonna be
If he-
going to be sabotage within the band.
He's got a tally running of how many times he's going to punch you.
There's a
when he-
rift coming.
All right.
Listen all
No.
It just
y'all.
Jimmy
It's-
Buffett is. I wouldn't be
From-
surprised if we get a cease and desist order.
From the stage,
No way, that's totally
MC.
parody.
From the stage, the MC sees a group of 4 people walking into the hearth. Please describe yourselves, people.
Extremely good looking foursome, Dusty. Thank you.
We had
Only
be
when Arwen
biased, I'm
casts
a
mirror
judge.
image.
We bought many pairs of pants last time, so I need to know who's wearing what.
True,
pants.
there was
Are
a
you
lot
wearing-
of pants
Right.
Are you
dropping.
wearing red and gold or gold and red?
Both.
Right.
Because
Oh.
I had to, because I saw a tailor to get my fringe done.
Oh, that's
So I'm
right.
wearing
What
the red pants with the gold pants turned into fringe down the sides.
Okay.
From what I've
Oh.
been told, I'm wearing white pants with shit stains.
You had time to change.
Or prestidigitation.
Which is crazy because he had time to change.
Badge of honor.
Again, it wasn't his poop.
I'm looking for an advantage on distracting the other band.
well,
By wearing poopy pants?
Booby pants in the middle of the band.
I'm just saying
Oh my
I would be
god.
distracted.
If, yeah, I would too. Like, did that guy shit his pants? Oh,
Well,
damn,
actually, you know what? For Arwen, that's a good play because you can always prestidigitate it right before you go on stage. So when you go on there, pristine.
Yeah.
And then when you go off, you poop your pants again, and then it's just distracting.
I could prestidigitate
Two
it, but
options.
it's more
You
fun
could
to do it
either-
this way.
You could use prestidigitation to soil your pants, or you could do it
That's
the
true.
natural way.
That's right.
Actually, that is a good point. I would like to go up to one of the bands, shake their
And
hands,
soil
and be
their
like,
pants.
"No,
Oh no!
it's so nice to
Is
meet
that
you," and then just
intentional
start
harm?
peeing my pants.
Oh no!
Oh,
I-
no.
I thought you were going to. I thought you were going to do the chocolate peanut from Mallrats.
Oh, yes. Oh.
You're gonna shit your pants while shaking someone's
It's
hands.
hands.
No, pee my
Damn
pants.
good to meet you,
He has pants.
I think we got to play a
Just be
brown
like-
note during one of our songs.
Brown note.
Just gotta track it down.
It should hit that right resonance.
So
and,
anyway,
We're naked.
so
So
anyway,
the MC
So it's that
sees
kind of
4
game.
people walking into the hearth. Tell us about what you're doing,
I'm-
Arwen.
Starting with Arwen. Okay.
well, Arwen is a half elf, and he has shockingly lime green hair, a wonderful mustache. He's about 5'2". Let me look at my description to make sure I'm
You are shorter than.
5'3".
You're shorter. Oh, you are.
Little
You're the.
guy?
You're the same height as Prince.
Yes. I'm about 5'3",
Little
skinny. I've got brown skin, green hair. I move with a very athletic grace. Some would say I prowl. I am wearing white pants with a very peculiar brown stain in the arse area.
Appreciate the leaning in.
Anything else that I missed from?
Way to yes
last
and
week?
there, Scott. Way to yes and.
Are you carrying a musical instrument?
Oh, and I'm
Oh,
carrying
yeah.
a lyre.
Who are you carrying? Just kidding.
A lyre.
Ah.
Yuck, 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 yuck,
A
yuck.
lyre.
After Arwen, you spot another person coming in. Somebody go.
I'm walking straight to the bar. Unlike my brother, I am very tall. I am 6'4". I am half orc by extraction. Orc on my daddy's side. Elf on my mama's side. If you could hear me talk, I talk in the third person about myself and as if I were making a political speech.
Hello, Markin.
Steve Warbler does not approve. All right, but Steve Warbler does approve of going and getting a drink at the bar, hoping that his favorite bartender will be there, and he has a base loot slung jauntily over his back.
Is a base loot just big?
Yeah,
Just a big, huge loot?
Yeah, and it's the strings obviously would be a little wider, but yeah, it's a bigger loot.
I need a notebook. I'm still listening.
Got a lot of loot.
A big old loot.
And then I'll be like, Steve Warbler could use a drink. Steady his nerves. All right, that's it for Steve.
All right.
Oh,
You also
I forgot
see.
to add that. Oh, sorry. I was going to say, I forgot to add that sometimes Arwen speaks with an outrageous French accent.
Sometimes, though. Not all the time.
And you can see
why
that
not?
as, you can see that as he enters.
Bonjour, bonjour.
That looks like he talk real funny sometimes.
That's fabulous. All right.
Sorry, I'm done.
No, you're good. Next up is
There's a dwarf that comes running in, and I'm wearing shiny red pants with gold fringe down the sides and a black vest, and that's about it. I'm carrying a big drum, and I decided to not wear my shoes because they have holes in them and they don't look nice. And I'm gonna run in and I'm gonna go find my friend Little One and try to get him up to the tables by the front.
he is at the bar. I made a token.
Yeah, you should come sit up front. Come on, let's go so we can see the show.
Give me a persuasion check. First
Playing to
roll
my
of the night.
strengths right out of the gate.
Woohoo!
It wasn't gonna be hard. He follows you to wherever you lead.
Yeah, he's my best friend.
You also see.
Yeah, so Buddy is just entering now. He is incredibly serious faced. He's kind of bouncing around like a boxer before his fight. He's looking all around. And also like a boxer, like one boxer in particular, he is wearing a towel that he cut a hole in the center of but he's wearing it over his clothes, which are already like 4 or 5 layers. And he's bouncing around, he's super serious, and he's smacking himself in the face. And then he runs to one side where the band in the blue is, and he does the Hulk Hogan, this kind of thing. He says, "Are you ready?" And he sprints to the other side, and he said, "Are you ready?" And he takes a big deep breath. He's like, "Warbler brothers!" And he throws up all over himself.
You say he throws up all over himself?
Threw up all over himself.
Arwen
Probably
Warbler.
this reference as well.
Prestidigitate
Oh,
that.
I got
I
nothing.
president-
8 Mom Spaghetti. You've never
clean
heard?
it up
Yeah.
for 'em.
Oh.
And then I walk over to the judge and I
Spaghetti.
shake
That
I
reference
shake
is
their
way
hand.
too new for me.
I shake
Yeah.
the judge's hand. I said, "The Warbler brothers are here, and we're gonna win." And I
The meme version of that song that is just Mom's Spaghetti. Best version.
and I will then sit back at the bar with Steve, but I'm absolutely not.
But
Just
also
kind of like miming my bagpipe, and I was carrying a bagpipe under one.
bagpipe.
Yeah.
And also, what does Buddy look like?
Oh, Buddy is sorry, he's 6'2", very very skinny. He's pure elf, and he is as pale as the day is long. Bright green hair, and again is wearing a shirt and a tie and a sweater and a sweater vest, and a pair of very short shorts.
I love that I forget, and I'm delighted every time that Buddy is a never nude.
Yes.
Every
Elf,
game.
pale, green
Every
hair,
game.
Hoochie Daddy shorts.
Yep.
Yep. But only because he's modest.
Joey's the only one that doesn't have green hair. I could have forgotten that.
Yep.
Joey has jet black hair and heavy jet black beard.
I feel like you had like one tiny little strand of green somewhere.
Just
But
I have a
maybe it
little
wasn't
green soul
visible.
patch.
But you could only
Everything's-
see that when I was wearing that silk robe.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Maybe
That's
Joy
what I
should be doing the
remembered.
helicopter.
Yeah.
So, as you come in, the first two bands take the stage. There's a horsefly in our kitchen, Paul Krickow, and our daughter is scared.
That shall have to be born. I am.
Liza, dear Liza.
There's one in the kitchen.
Cluster flies.
Paul Crick
Yeah.
Cow, Paul Crick Cow. There's a horse fly in the kitchen. Paul Crick Cow, a fly.
Are we saying full names on the stream here?
Yeah.
My real bad. Sorry.
With the 3 people watching. Although, I
Yeah.
remember to
Both
upload it to
YouTube,
you.
but I
I
apologize. Yeah.
forget all the time.
I'm sorry. My full name was read out with reference to my profession in one of these ones.
Yeah, I know. I'm like,
It wasn't
we-
by me, because I have no idea what the hell your last name is. So.
No. Yep.
That's fair.
Totally on.
Pretty
Totally
sure
on me.
I did it. I have no idea what
Anybody
this
needs
fly
to
is.
know mine is Greenfoot.
Green foot.
Green knee.
Foot.
They-
Green
no,
knee.
it's foot. Yeah, foot.
It's Greenfoot.
Foot.
Yeah.
Proud
Yeah.
Pete.
That's what I remember.
All right.
Take it,
Uh-huh.
and we have this axe.
Yeah. So you see two bands come on stage, and by bands, they're single performers, each coming out
Ooh.
very reminiscent of the scene you just described. Super baggy pants, and they are about to perform, and the MC is going to give you a short play-by-play of what happened.
Is she?
Yes, and Ludidrist and Fitty Copper are currently performing on the stage.
Ludidrist and Fitty Copper are just chest to chest.
Oh.
Just right in each other's faces, like aggressive, but also not like gonna hurt each other, but like really getting in there.
Little one, do you
And,
think there's some sexual tension?
Little one looks up from his book. Does not seem to care.
I can't tell if they're gonna fight or smooch.
I
I don't know which one I'd like to see.
Maybe a little of both.
Are they like trading verses too? Like, are they like rap battling?
Their format's a little bit different. Their format's a little bit different than yours will be. It is very much a trading verses back and forth freestyle kind of a situation
Nice.
where you guys are coming in with songs prepped. They are just trading
True
back and
rap
forth.
Standing.
Yes, anding each other.
I always
And,
thought
ultimately-
they said rat battle. I thought it included rodents.
It does. They actually do both have rats on their shoulders. That look, if you really like pay attention, they are
Really, like pulling their
whispering in their ears a little bit. Yeah.
Ah, Ratatouille.
It is a Ratatouille kind of a situation, a little bit. And
As they wrap up,
yeah, it is.
one of. Mhm.
What were
Do
you
you
gonna
need to
say?
resend your notes?
No,
Does
I
one or
have-
the other come out on top.
Yes, it is ludicrous, but just barely.
Damn.
Oh. Did you just yell at Sam?
So I yelled out,
The
kiss
little
him.
one.
Yes,
I'm yelling at them.
and they
all
leave
I
the
heard was
stage.
Sam. Kiss Sam.
Well, he would like that too.
And they do
but
leave the
Leela's home,
stage
so he's in her room.
Nice.
holding hands.
Aww. Nice.
Ludidrous and 50 copper.
Privacy.
Long time married couple.
Nice.
We met one of their moms. Or grandmas.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep, you did. Oh yeah, she's supposed to be here. If I can get that one to load, she'll be in the audience.
Where is Gam?
Again, well, I don't have her token, but her name is Cornelia. Geraldine. Geraldine's the grandma. Cornelia, Henrietta, and Geraldine are in the audience. And they are cheering super loud.
Cornelia.
They're
you're
loaded
breaking my
again.
heart.
Super loud. The daughter would like you to kill the fly.
I could not find the fly, so
So then, no, we can't kill it.
Man, those ladies
Okay.
just cannot hold their liquor.
The fly swatters in the dining room. All right. So, distractions aside, you're naked and you have a fly swatter. The
ooh,
the
sounds in some ways
That
more dangerous than the
happens to me.
axe.
I don't like the sound of that.
I thought it sounded pretty fun.
Eek.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna kill her. Stop messaging me. Okay. All right. So the two have left the stage. The next act will be up shortly. In the meantime, MC, is there anything in particular you're using to vamp this crowd?
Oh yeah, I'm performing songs in between for sure. My sort of claim to fame special trick sort of a situation is looping, basically.
Oh.
So she'll like stomp and clap and like lay down a beat and sort of breathe out like a little puff of smoke, and then that beat will just keep going. She'll stop stomping and the beat just keeps going, and then she'll lay down a harmonica riff, breathe out a little bit of smoke, that harmonica riff keeps going, starts laying down the banjo, and then starts singing. And every so often, like during the performance, she'll breathe out a little bit of smoke, and that beat will come back in, or that beat will keep repeating, and that's how she performs. That's how she performs solos, is looping.
Nice.
So songs in between.
Nice. So, any feedback from the boys in the room? You see this long-horned musician performing with some sweet breath weapon action.
I don't know. Do you think I need a hat? Do I need a? I might need a hat.
Okay. Okay, so did we establish if the MC is also the judge?
The MC is not the judge.
No,
Okay.
not the judge.
Then when she's performing, boo! We want to see the bands.
Oh man,
Oh.
Steve Warbler does not approve of that, buddy.
It's like the karaoke host who sings a song every third song.
God, oh, it's my brother.
There's got to be some hyping up in the middle while everybody's getting ready.
Mm-hmm. So while the MC is prepping the stages to both sides of her, she, her, correct? Yeah. Both sides of her are getting filled by a group of 4. The 4 that join the stage are each carrying little lyres, and one of them has a relatively large harp. There's 4 of them, and they put a little sign in front of them. It says the Harpers. And then next to them is a little tiny man. Well, he looks a little odd. He looks a bit, he's not humanoid so much as he is a lich. And
So much as
and he has some backing groups behind him, but he's wearing a long trench coat. He's a really pale-skinned lich with very nice, like, puffy kind of hair that goes kind of straight up on the sides.
Totally a weave.
And and he does not put a sign up front, but instead motions for the MC that he's ready. The Harpers also indicate that they're ready, both prepared to be introduced.
All right, we got a special treat for you this afternoon. The Harpers are here, a little lyre choir, if you will.
Ooh.
No, probably not.
And I will. Steve Warbler loves puns.
And the big boys in the little package, Lich Astley. And this
I
one
didn't
is
ask about his package.
and
But honestly, I'm surprised that it survived this long.
it's
I'm a little old
usually the first thing to
dead
come off.
guy
I would
with a
think
little
those extremities
voice.
would be, long gone.
all the fleshy bits. So Lich Astley, little bones guy that he is, sings an impassioned, very deep, booming voiced song about his phylactery.
Oh,
He is never giving it up.
nice.
He
Nice.
is never giving it up. He is never letting it down.
No.
And the Harper, do the Harpers just harp? Are they just harping?
They are just harping. They seem a little
I
bit.
believe they're playing Harper Valley PTA.
Oh, that's better than what I had in
Nice.
mind, which was them singing the Rolling Stones "You Can't Always Get What You Want" in really high piping voices. But Harper Valley PTA is much better. You can't always get what you want.
I was in my head. They were like singing Celtic Woman style, like all these
Oh,
Irish like bar tunes, but very soft and melodic.
if
Lorena McKenna in the
Yeah.
90s.
I love Lorena McKenna. If they're not clogging and doing the Lord of the Dance shit, then I'm not interested.
They're doing that while playing lyres.
Oh, impressive.
Yeah,
Steve
it's a lot
Warbler
of
is impressed.
dexterity in the feet and the hands. So despite the
Steve,
big booming, you wouldn't expect it out of Lich Astley, but he's got it down. But it is
going to go to the
Gervais.
front, and I'm going to dance during the Harpers.
Oh.
Now, I have two
Yeah.
things I would like to do
Uh-huh.
with this. One,
Okay.
Dollar bills? Oh,
I would
sorry.
like to distract the Harpers.
Okay.
And two, if I do this well, I would like to impress Tiffany with my sweet Irish jigging.
He's getting jiggy
So-
with it.
I am getting jiggy with it.
Don't waste an endurance point distracting a band we're not facing.
Oh, man.
You can.
do you, man.
That's
you
what
can-
I was going to say. Go for it.
How many?
You can
We-
decide.
We have up to our Constitution score, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Of endurance points, yeah.
I have
Distracting opponents
I have
cost
16.
3.
Oh, well, I don't know that I want to spend 3.
You can just perform and like just perform as an action, and it's not
Yes.
because you're not in initiative order. It probably won't do anything to impact the thing
Their
because they're not
performance.
within the
All right.
their
Well,
performance. But
I am moved by the music. The music have gotten me. The rhythms got me, just like it was predicted it would. And I am going to
Also, it's a dancer.
rhythm is a dancer. Oh no, I rolled a
oh
one.
no!
Hey, get it out of the way. Get it out of the way now.
It is not a dancer.
Describe what happened. I want to know what happened here.
Well,
It was an undulator.
I forgot to take my base loot off first, and as I began
And the
to
mouse fell out
Irish
of the house.
jig, no, that's a distracting move for later. No,
That happens to me all the time.
I am going to try. What'll happen is I will trip on the space between my guitar strap and the lute, and then I will
oh
attempt
no!
to turn that into a kid and play move, but it will not work, and I will face plant. Then I will try to salvage it by doing the worm.
Mm.
Oh, don't bust your loot.
While with a base loot on your back.
No,
Oof.
that has fallen off because
Okay, good.
and I will spend the next song retuning my bass and not making eye contact with Tiffany. Going to hang out at this table. I moved Arwen. If
Oh,
we're-
Arwen did all those things.
I'm going to this back table over here. The table I put in here for clandestine
A
deals.
judge, as the Harpers are wrapping up and Lich Astley is wrapping up. Is there anything else you wanted to say, MC, before I move
No,
on?
I think I got it.
Make a comment. Okay. So as they're wrapping up, the judge whispers. One of the judges whispers their thoughts to the other judges, and then you see them stand up and walk over to Steve. Excuse me. I believe you are part of part of one of the bands that is performing here today.
Yes, Steve Warbler is the lead bassist and chief lyricist of the Warbler Brothers.
I would just like to remind you that you will be disqualified if you physically destroy any of the infrastructure of this venue. You're on thin ice, sir. Thin ice.
This is solid oak planking. I'm not this. There's no ice. Steve Warbler sees no ice. Steve Warbler only sees oak. Strong oak.
Buddy comes and grabs Steven. Steve, it's okay. Judges, Steve will be fine. Thank you. Right. Keep pulling.
You better
Steve
be.
back.
Skin to
Don't
my
worry.
knee,
Better be.
buddy. Skin to my knee.
It's okay.
Steve
We
Warbler's
need you
been,
to concentrate. Go tune the lute. Get in the
Ugh.
mind space.
I don't know that I
Let's
should
go.
tune the lute now. I
Get
should
your
have done
instrument
that.
ready.
I should have tuned the lute a couple hours ago if we were wanting to relax.
Tune the lute. Drop a deuce. Whatever you gotta do. You gotta be ready to perform in about 20 minutes.
That's.
You better get bright, pal.
I'll go
You gotta spin your squares. Go do it now.
That night train's a mean wine.
I'm gonna go tune my lute in the corner here.
Perhaps polish a knob. Whatever's needed.
From the front of the room, you hear the MC make an announcement about this particular matchup.
All right, by a landslide. It is the Harpers.
Oh,
I really didn't see that coming. I thought, like,
those guys were
I mean,
dynamite.
honestly, I thought they were a little boring at first, but then they picked up steam.
Give me a perception check. Anybody who's at one of the front tables.
It's not me.
That's me and Little
I
One.
don't think any of us are.
Yeah, I think it's just Joey.
Mm-hmm. Joey, while you were watching the Harpers, you were shocked by the dexterity with which they played. It felt almost magical how adept they were at their performance. Particularly one that was wearing a very nice pair of gloves that seemed to have almost melded into their skin.
That's pretty amazing.
Magic.
Are you telling this with anybody? Are you telling this to anybody?
Yeah, it's a Little One.
Okay. That's fucking great.
Well, nobody else is by me.
That's fair.
What's he supposed to do?
No.
Would
You know
ever
what?
guess-
I think that one right there. He's a magic man.
You made my dog bark.
He's a magic man.
All right. So as the MC takes again to the stage, poofing smoke and strumming a banjo and harmonica loop, 2 additional bands start setting up. This time, a group that are covered head to toe in mithril. But only on their back. The front is wide open. It's like chaps, but backwards.
Oh
They
no.
Oh. What's in the front?
Ew. Whoa.
No.
Those do what's in the front.
A lot of
Oh.
air.
Just some standard chemise things kicking. Like they're just white shirts, very thin fabric. It's reminiscent of the silk robes of The Price of Beauty.
They're only meant to be shirts, so they're kind of Donald Ducking a little.
Oh no.
A little
No.
bit. Yep.
Now,
as
see,
they-
I'm
this-
picturing. I was
Uh-huh.
picturing a shitty graphic tees and a lot of goatees.
Yeah.
There are goatees, but you can only kind of see them because their mithril covers their head and then is in one, like it's like a mithril mullet, like it covers all the way to here and then it's just long all the way back. And the stage next to them has the like looks like an orchestra pit full of orcs who are incredibly intimidating, but also relatively shirtless. It's a very
Relatively
skin-heavy-
shirtless? Is
They're
there such a thing as relatively shirtless?
they're
They
wearing
have
a
on
belt as a
bracers on.
shirt.
Their shirts.
Well, you
They
know,
have
the
on-
presence of a shirt is relative.
They have on bracers, so sort of sleeves, and belts are right above their loincloths.
And nipple tassels.
Bandoliers.
Yeah, maybe.
Nipple
Um,
bandoliers.
They look really, really warm. Like this is an uncomfortably far south climate for them. It's like a Wisconsinite in Florida, like real
Sweaty.
uncomfortable.
Shirtless, nipple tasseled orcs.
Yes. Yep. Paul, we're gonna expect some artwork after this.
No.
Are the tassels going in different directions?
They're going to spin those
They-
babies Elvira style.
They're not spinning them because they're
Oh.
they're similar to the looping being done by the MC. The orchestra are playing electronica sort of instruments. They're sort of artificer violins that they can also loop and create this really
Ooh.
weird electric-y sounding thing. But it's definitely
Well-
got an audience that it's attuned to.
If they're
Yes.
not going to twirl their nipple tassels, then I am going to show them how to helicopter when I get on stage.
Oh,
I'm going to go counterclockwise, then clockwise.
that's how you break
call
things,
that-
man.
We call that a tip tassel.
Tip tassel. That's tiptastic.
Tip tassel.
It's a triple tassel.
I am feeling a little tipsy.
This is the game why we have the mature warning. Every once in a while, we're playing Call of Cthulhu. Awful things are happening. I don't worry about it. That person's head was eaten. Clear off. No worries.
It's fine.
Penis tip
That's
tassels?
fine.
That's gonna happen here.
Don't worry about those.
It's like a party
No.
hat.
The mature it's the difference between eldritch horror and eldritch whores. That's
Yeah,
what
you
the
know
mature
what?
rating is.
Exactly.
and
No shame in that, though.
and
Like,
Ron clipped nipple tassels, so I'm assuming that will show up in the clips later.
Ron would clip a nipple tassel. That's not fair.
Clipping a nipple tassel is dangerous work.
Although
That
they
seems
pay
like-
kids around here to detassel.
Oh,
You gotta clip the nipple tassel. You're using way too strong a glue.
Otherwise, Otherwise, you'll have too many. Like they'll pollinate.
I used sovereign glue on my nipple tassel and now I can't get it off.
I'll clip it again.
Oh.
Alright.
C introduces our next two bands to the
We're
crowd.
not even out of
I
this.
just realized I've got this on like the worst section of the map. Like you can't see anything. There we go.
You should come up front with me, a little one.
Yeah, I'm gonna move up front.
All
I was-
right.
Just hoping to get Tiffany's attention.
You haven't been doing anything between bands. I'm trying to give dramatic pauses while the bands are setting up for you to interact as needed.
Sorry, I'm embarrassed now. Made a fool of myself and our band. Steve Warbler's embarrassed.
Damn it.
Steve Warbler has shame.
We're the only band that's
Sure.
been reprimanded.
Sean keeps freezing, and right now he is frozen, pounding the longest beer ever.
Yep.
Pretty awesome.
Yep. Yep. All the
Just
frozen.
taking a long pull on that one.
Ziggy zag, ziggy zag. Oi, oi, oi.
And he's muted. Oh, and now he's not. Oh, his
Come
audio's
up for
not
air.
working.
Come up for air.
Nope, I'm gonna keep drinking.
Whoa, you are talented. You're like one of those ventriloquist types.
You didn't even see your lips move.
All right. Anyway, sorry,
So
sorry,
the
Dusty.
MC
Where are we?
introduces our next two bands. Oh no, it's
All right, in the most bizarre matchup of the evening,
It's probably true.
we've got butt rock band Mithrilback
Butt rock.
versus the how do you say that? How do you say that?
Trans ragged orc.
Ragged.
Raw.
Right.
Rag.
Trans-Ragged Orchestra.
We got a tribe.
our that's a throwback from my Rime of the Frost Maiden crew. You had the tribes of the ragged glaciers.
I remember it.
Trans-Ragged Orchestra. And yeah, despite their sort of ethereal look with all the mithril and the the mithril cowls and everything, it's butt rock. It's the judges are real into it because it's a real specific kind of vibe, but it's look at this Mithrilback, that kind of vibe. it's not.
I can't say that I like it, but I can tell that they're having fun, and I give them points for that.
They're very into it. They love what they do.
They seem to be really angry with their ex-partners a lot. Anyway.
They should do that butterfly song, bro. They would do that really well.
You're my butterfly, or
Sugar, baby.
baby.
Yeah, they would really nail that one.
All around the world, statues grow on me. These are all different bands. It's not important.
Man. All around the world.
You gotta really commit to that one.
I know it.
But if they're in Paul's game, they're all Jade.
No, I have only done that like 104 times. Not every rare rock that I introduce in a game is Jade.
Almost all. Almost.
78%.
That's good. It'll keep away the Oni.
It's true.
It's true.
And the Trans-Regular Orchestra, to the ears of the non-orc patrons, and maybe Steve will like get it a little bit, but maybe not. I don't know. It's just bizarre. It's just kind of like, it's melodic, but it's just noise. It's like it kind of doesn't translate.
Oh, it's art rock.
Yep.
Love it. This is pushing the bound. Joey, this is pushing the boundaries of what's possible in music. Steve Warbler is excited.
Honestly, I bet I would enjoy that if I was like floating in Serena's pool, like with like that rolling through the water. I'm feeling it. I don't like it right now though.
Oh, all right. No, I think if I were hanging out with a couple Myconids, this would go down much better.
Yeah. The other guys, well, I like it. They're having fun.
Yep, no. Rock on, my brothers. Half brothers.
Yeah, if you really pay attention to the Trans-Regular Orchestra, like really focus on it, really try to concentrate on what they're playing, it's definitely a popular holiday song.
Oh no.
Just underneath the surface. It's hard to hear it. But if you can catch the melody, it's a very popular holiday song.
I bet these guys make all of their money during the holiday seasons and just so they can fund this art rock.
That'd be a pretty sweet gig though, really, if you only work like 2 months out of the year.
I think they're probably very popular with fathers who want to remain hip to be able to talk to their kids, but their kids can't relate to this music.
Don't talk about Spartacus. It makes me sad.
Sorry. No. At least you know your father's name. I'm still a little unaware.
Well, I know the name that they made up. I don't think it's real.
Spartacus is a great name.
Definitely a name.
That's what Mom said, but I don't believe her.
Yeah.
This doesn't sound very dwarf-like.
Mom said someday she's going to publish a memoir, but she wants some of the other, some of the bards she's followed to die first.
It's probably fair, because those defamation suits are dangerous.
Yeah. Yeah, if only we knew a lawyer.
Yeah, that would be cool. What's a lawyer?
Yeah, it's not worth talking about right now. What are Arwen and Buddy doing? I'm going to turn around and look to Arwen and Buddy. I want to see what they're doing. I'll peek around the corner.
Arwen just returned back from the freezer.
Okay.
He was frozen.
I'm back.
Oh.
And
Did you hear my comment about that my father's name was Agador?
No.
No.
Oh.
But Agador Spartacus is a good thing.
Agador Spartacus.
Yes.
Is that from the birdcage?
That's what I'm going for.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, man. I pierced the toast. Okay.
Sean, are you audible? Like, can you hear us and speak?
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I still frozen?
You are, but you're no longer drinking a beer, so it's less
But now
fun.
you look really surprised.
Yeah.
You change position occasionally.
That's good.
You're like a
You got
Christopher
your eyebrows
Walken.
raised, like you're just really you're surprised.
I don't know that you look
So
surprised to
very
me. You
slow
look very Oh, now you're almost picking a nose.
Eating a peanut.
Uh-oh. Nope, no peanuts. Cheetos.
Pizza roll.
Pizza
Without
roll.
chopsticks?
Yeah, chopsticks for Cheetos, man. Chopsticks for Cheetos.
No, it's good to lick your fingers at the end.
You'd save that for later.
Anyway, moving right along because they're about to earn that mature rating again.
I tune.
Any way you want it, that's the way you know.
Oh, only we thought of that one. Journey would be awesome.
So they start wrapping up.
I was looking back to see what, while Joey and I were having that conversation, I was just looking to see what Arwen and Buddy were doing.
Well, Buddy's just
I
on
was
the
at the
barstool, barstool staring at the floor, just completely lost to the world.
He's getting hyped up in his head.
Oh,
His own.
Buddy's not heard any of the music.
Yeah,
whoa.
he's gotta internalize. That's his process. That's what he needs.
Steve Warbler approves. What is it?
And
What is,
what's Arwen doing?
He's pooping somebody's pants.
No, I was drinking a beer ski,
Getting a beer ski?
and then I was
Getting
at
an ale?
Earth, and now I moved up to a table.
A
okay.
freaking broski?
A broski?
A broski. I
I
love
was
how
getting a broski with my brewskis? No, a brewskis with my broskis.
gonna
Are
sit
you
by.
intentionally sitting far away from your brothers?
Yes.
Okay, I wanted to
I'm right here.
confirm. I felt like you might be intentionally sitting at a different table, but I wanted to confirm that that was the case. All right. Anything else
I want to get a
from
different view.
the? Sorry, there are dogs in my background. Anything? So the MC, the bands have wrapped up and are waiting the announcement.
By the skin of their goatees, it's Mithril back.
Oh,
Yeah, not see that coming. I mean, I don't get the other one at all. It doesn't make any sense. But lots of things don't make sense to me.
The judges were really vibing during Mithril back.
oh.
They were just really
Pop
into
rock
it.
is hard. Yeah.
We're gonna have to keep that in mind, Steve, because if they like that kind of thing, we might have to tailor our set on it all.
To just 4 chords over and over going a 4 beat, just dun dun ticka ticka
You want
dun
really
dun
hard.
dun dun ticka ticka dun dun ticka.
No, you're thinking of Everclear.
Oh, you know what? I was actually thinking of Everclear, but also highly related to Nickelback.
Put a lot of growl in the
Yeah.
vocals. Just get really in there.
Because
It's really good to hear your voice. It's
when
like,
I learned to sing, I slapped into a Slim Jim.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's good. But save it.
Oh,
We
sorry.
might need that later.
Save
Oh.
that energy. Save that energy. All right. So Mithrilback has come through on their round, and you are now being called to the stage.
Oh,
Did we get a confirmation
time.
on a short? Did we confirm short rest between sets?
oh yeah.
Oh, right. My apologies. So, as you're coming to the stage, just a brief reminder of the rules are being shared since, people have now had a lot of beverages. So, just a reminder that the Battle of the Bands takes place over the course of 3 days, today being the first.
Yes.
And tomorrow will be the second round where Ludadrist will be taking on the Harpers, and Mithrilback will be taking on one of the 2 remaining bands. As a reminder, so for those watching our stream, hello bots.
Ron.
Anybody else?
We
Hello,
actually
Ron.
have 6 humans tonight watching
I
the
love
stream.
the bots.
Hello, humans.
Don't show
we-
the bots.
Also-
man.
We also love the bots.
Hello.
Show some love
Hello,
for the
bots.
bots.
Welcome to bots.
So we are using a Battle of the Bands mechanic sheet that was developed by somebody that I'm a big fan of because I found their link and it's awesome, and they don't have their name on their materials,
They just
which makes it really
updated
hard
though.
for
It
me to
said
give credit.
like 3.23
Their,
is now available.
the web page did.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
based out of the home brewery.
Yeah.
So thank you. Wine delivery and chicken nuggets. It's a good day.
Ooh, in a bowl? More bowls? This is the seventh
Another bowl.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3,
Okay,
4, 5.
now
6
Sean is
bowls.
frozen in sort of like you're blurred and you've got your mouth going oh, and you look like the
In
guy,
motion.
the dude who repainted the Jesus in the one thing, like where because you're blurry,
Yeah.
it looks like the paint got smeared.
That lady had no business doing
That-
any kind of restoration.
It really does look that way. It really does.
I'm here.
I'm
I'm
gonna
your savior.
I'm gonna
I
screenshot
can only
that.
see spinning squares, so if you could screenshot it, I'd be appreciative. So for the bots playing along at home, and
I
Ron
think
and
people
our
would
other
rather watch me
human
spin my
performers.
squares.
The mechanics that we're using are basically it is a band versus band, and the groups will have the opportunity to take several additional options for actions during their turn. Each band will roll for initiative, and then within their band, they can decide the order of their performances. So once the initiative is determined, the Warblers can go in any order they choose. Each action time is a full minute. So their movement is now 10 times what it normally would be, but they still only have one action, a bonus action, a reaction, an object interaction, movement, and communication to work with during their turn. They will be targeting the performance points of their opponents. Whoever reaches the performance points of their opponent first, similar to knocking down hit points. In this case, we are knocking down performance points. So just like you don't know your opponent's hit points, you don't know their performance points, so you can't know how close you are to defeating them. And each player has a total endurance points, which are equal to their con score. And some of the actions that are options for them for performance use endurance points, and if they get down to 0 endurance points, at that point it becomes very hard for them to take out their opponents. Because it's real hard to do performance stuff if you don't have any performance or if you don't have any actions available to you. So, clear as mud, y'all. Clear as mud.
Yes.
So,
I have not been able to read this since 2 weeks ago because I've been doing stream clips and then playing, so I'll be a little slow on the uptake here. So
We will need a
Welcome to
strategy
my
check
world.
after we
With,
get initiative order.
with a just as a shorthand, your primary one that most bands members will probably take is performance.
and
You
that's
can perform
our average party level. Is that what it is?
your performance points
Yeah.
is your performance points are essentially your HP. So
Oh,
your
okay.
opponents are trying to count up to your performance points, and you're trying to count up to theirs.
Okay.
And whoever counts up first wins the battle.
Okay.
What song are we doing, by the way?
Yeah, I'm saying we're gonna need a strategy check once we get initiative order here.
Well, we haven't seen the other band yet, so we don't know what we're up against. So I think we should lead with strength. What's our strength?
Wipeout is one of our strengths.
Yeah, I love that one.
As you're setting up, your competing band walks up to the front of the room.
Uh-oh. It's on.
They have shock bleach blonde mullet hair, and they all appear to be eating microphones at all times.
Yeah, that's an expensive habit.
Before we begin this battle, can we take a bio break?
Yep.
I shall put us on
So-
pause. Tell me when to mute.
So if you want to find the home brewery stuff, we'll put the link in Twitch if you want to read up on it while we play. I'll make that happen
Okay.
during the bio break.
Going muting.
Let's reference Bill O'Reilly some more.
Ugh. Bill O'Reilly.
Only ever that video.
Are we really going to talk about douches?
And
Yes, and.
Welcome back
They're
to our
unhygienic.
stream.
it is a lovely summer's eve as we go back to our games.
So,
Then
Sean was asking, what order are we going to do this in? Well,
I'm going to campaign hard to go first. I think
Okay.
as the bard,
Yeah, why not?
it makes sense for me to go first. And
Arwen, get on stage.
I plan
what?
during my minute, DM, give me a ruling on this, I plan to introduce the other three members.
Oh, can we do it like
Okay.
Blues Brothers style?
And on Lyre, we have Stevie Warbler, and he comes in.
Bass loot.
Bass lute, I should probably learn these things.
Well, if we do it Blues Brothers style, he'll misidentify everybody.
It will, yeah, give us all different names, and it should be in the middle of the song while we're breaking it down.
So the only thing I would say is that if I'm gonna take the excite action, I may want to go first because it gives everybody else advantage
Oh.
Yep.
for the rest of the performance.
Even with that, I think I should go first. Because if we're going to go ahead and show our cards here, I'm giving everyone Bardic Inspiration as soon as I introduce you.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
That seems like a good play.
3
Alright.
charges of Bardic Inspiration. And if we get a rest, we can open so you'll get a reroll against your Excite. And
Well, it's not
I
a
will just-
reroll, but it's adding a D8 on top.
We get a D8, yeah.
gotcha. No,
I will
my-
also say,
Yep, sorry. Yeah,
Go
sorry. Yes. Go ahead.
oh no, mine's not relevant. John.
All right, so Joey's second.
Okay.
I think we're.
I think
our
she had
MC
a
is
peanut.
choking.
It's too much smoke. She did too many
Long
loops.
story.
It's a
Long
smoky
story.
bar.
Lobster. Lobster.
Stevie or Arwen, who's going third?
Oh, I'll go.
I have a pretty high performance, so I'll go last.
Okay.
Oh, anchor.
Yeah.
But I was going to say we should totally do Tears for Fears, Break It Down Again.
I don't even know that
As
song.
a song at some point.
That's a good one.
Oh.
That's a good.
I don't know that either.
I don't know it, but I'll take your word
Well,
for it.
that was off of their later sort of resurgence album on Elemental, I think.
Oh. I only know the 80s stuff and then the Sowing the Seeds of Love resurgence in the mid-90s.
The Sewing Machine of Love?
Sowing Machine of Love, yeah.
That's 1989 Billboard top hit.
Sowing the Seeds of Love was 89?
Sewing Machine of Love.
The reason I know is because I had the Billboard Top Hits CD, and I know all the songs from it.
What
Oh.
year is
The only
this?
1989.
You only had the 1 year.
Only the 1 year, but I know them. I
was
know those songs.
I was born the next year after that.
I was driving
I
that
was
year.
born in 1990.
The first cassette tape
Oh.
that I had was the Back to the Future soundtrack in 1985.
The first
My
the
first.
first soundtrack or the first cassette or the what did you say?
Cassette.
First
First cassette that I had.
First cassette I had was "Can't Slow Down" by Lionel Richie.
I don't know my first.
That I had.
I had a
First cassette I
Simpsons
had was
cassette.
the Mary Poppins soundtrack.
On cassette. I don't remember which one was
Ooh.
first because I had just always had cassettes. But my first CD that I bought with my own money was the Flintstones movie soundtrack because I really wanted Walk the Dinosaur.
Everybody.
I did not do
Walk the
well with
dinosaur.
any of my first purchases.
What was your first
My
cassette?
first cassette was Wing Chun, and I believe my
Not
first CD was
surprising.
CNC Music Factory.
Oh no!
Nice.
How far you've come. Brendan, how far you've come.
Can go. Indeed.
Things that make you go. "Hmm."
CD. I think my first CD was Michelle Branch.
Yeah, I just made fun of Scott, but I think one of my first
Michelle
CDs
Branch.
was Delamitri.
Hmm.
Roll to me. Oh, they were one hit wonder.
No, that couldn't have been.
No,
Delamitri was mid '90s.
I waited that long to move to CDs.
Yeah. Have you not met him? Everybody be like, you know what you're gonna love? CDs. Well, now I can't like them at all.
It's true. It's actually 100% my personality.
All right. So you have an order.
Sean's frozen perfectly right now.
Yes.
He's just rocking out.
I will.
I'm not frozen. I'm here. That's what I'm doing.
Let it go.
I've got it.
Let it go.
It's amazing. You clipped it.
Yep.
Nice.
Save that rock face.
Yeah. I kind of want to put that on Buddy. Can we move Buddy's pose to that?
This is his
I
token
wanna
now.
rock. Yeah.
We should totally do a collage of all of the
Young man,
frozen
what are you gonna do with
screenshots.
your life?
We need to do some edits and turn them into emojis for the server. That's just me.
Ooh. You're the only one here young enough to know how to do that, so you go
Oh,
ahead and do that.
they have decided.
I do.
They have decided that one was explicit, and I cannot post it
Ah! Yeah, I was rocking
That-
too fucking hard, man.
because it looks like you're flipping it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it won't let me post it.
Oh, those
They also
those are
wouldn't
ridiculous.
wouldn't let me post when our daughter had wire elf ears made, and I took a picture of them, and they were like, no, because apparently ears are a little bit too
Nope,
suggestive.
that looks like a penis.
That's not what I don't think that's what they thought it was.
If that looks like a penis, please go to the doctor.
Yes.
The Discord AI on what is acceptable. I sent Paul an image of these platypus, like
Yep.
platypus
Penises?
warrior people, like humanoid platypi, and it
Like you
flagged
do.
it as explicit.
And,
Well, I was trying to post it because in
Of the
Percy's
shark people.
Navishla,
Ed,
he talked about platypi.
but you left out, Ed, that they were fucking each other.
Yeah, but not like graphically.
no, it was tasteful. It was tasteful and loving. I don't know why.
They were
actually just
loving and
walking around. It was so weird. It wouldn't let
also
it go.
fucking.
Well,
No,
yeah.
you're not naked, but you do have axes, I think.
Nope.
Also,
Oh, I do.
have a
I
drum.
actually do have an axe.
let's give a contested roll for initiative for bands. Give me a
Okay.
D20 somebody.
Ooh, just one of us?
I'm
Yep.
really good at initiative.
Well, you're not going to
Boo.
have to beat a
Very
whole
good.
lot.
Do
I
it,
thought that was
but still
ours.
do it,
Oh
Joey.
yeah, I thought that was ours too. I
Hey,
guess
go
I'm
ahead,
not.
Joey.
All right,
Just do it, Joey.
Just do it.
Oh, I don't have. It won't let
Just
me.
roll
So,
a D20.
I've got it.
it won't let me because I'm not in there.
You're not in
You're
there?
not in where?
I don't have a token active. Like there's no combat encounter.
And yet it
Mine
double
says the same thing.
it double rolled you
I
as
just wanted
initiative.
a D20.
Well,
I just wanted
I
a
went.
D20.
I rolled it from D&D Beyond.
Beyond,
'cause that
okay.
lets me do it even if there's not a combat
Nice.
encounter.
Got it.
Whatever. We
You
got it.
win.
Okay.
So you're going first.
Oh, yeah, we're going to go first.
And whatever order you pick, I would like you to maintain for the entirety of the performance.
Got it.
Okay.
No way.
So we're starting with Buddy,
Buddy.
going to Joey, then to me,
Stevie.
and Arwen is
Yep.
batting cleanup. Okay.
Yeah, and I will announce the order during my turn.
All right.
So, MC, you have in front of you 2 bands prepared to be introduced.
All right.
So, I know the MC isn't like the star of the show, but I don't think you've introduced yourself.
Oh no, I sure have not.
Yeah. So, so the crowd is pretty drunk. They are all probably new to this band. They could probably use an intro anyway.
All right, so just riffing on my banjo. All right, we have our final 2 bands of this evening. I have been your master of ceremonies, Evangeline Warbler. And
What?
We are coming up on the final 2 bands of the night, as I said. Aw.
Steve Warbler is so surprised.
We have got the Motley Crusade.
Guys, JG got the same name we have. That's really weird.
Lots of people are
And
named
the
after
Warbler
birds.
Brothers.
Keep your head in the game. Someone's fucking with us, all right? Keep your head in the game.
Oh man, you can't post that on Discord.
No, it's all right as long as there aren't any platypi involved. It was the platypi that put it over the edge.
That's probably because the
He hates
plural
these
platypi
cans.
is not platypi.
Is it platypuses?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that
It is
makes it
platypussies.
so much better.
Yeah.
Or worse.
Yep.
However you want to take it.
It's platypi to me.
Okay.
It's platypussies, actually.
Mhm.
Oh my goodness.
It's Plaid's. No, it's Plaid's pussy.
What?
When did we turn into a
Like
Plaid's
attorney's
pussy,
general.
that's what I heard.
Yeah, like attorney's general. Plaid's pussy.
Yeah.
Who's
There you go.
plaid?
Plaid pussy? That seems really colorful.
Similar to
that.
what you could
I don't
see
know, a little
through
bit
the
checkered
robe at
past.
the spa. Nice.
Right?
All right. So
I'm
You've
not
been
naked
introduced?
because I'm wearing shiny frilled pants.
I know I was just plaid. Plaid is reminiscent of what you could see at the spa.
Yeah.
With a little bit of green woven in through some black through that robe you were
I'm
wearing.
just saying that I'm not naked next because I'm wearing shiny
Yeah.
pants with fringe on them.
It's true. It's true. All right.
Oh,
Your
and,
band
and
is up.
speaking of your plaid pubes.
Oh, oh
When,
no.
when Evangeline turns to leave the
Started
stage,
like that.
you've got plaid pubes. I don't know. That was my understanding.
Cannon.
Cannon.
It's
That's what
canon.
Dusty says, and Dusty's the game master.
Dusty's the game master, and I'm just following along with what she says.
Yeah. Yes, and.
All right.
Yes, and plaid pubes.
All right.
The rest of your sentence was.
The rest of my sentence was, as Evangeline leaves the stage, she does have a streak of green hair
Ooh.
I
woven
knew
into
it.
her otherwise kind of like dark maroonish.
We're frozen on Happy Sean right now.
That's good.
He's so happy. Look at him.
He's happy so fast.
Just pure joy.
That is Happy Sean.
Speaking of Sean, I believe you're
yes.
going first.
Yep.
Yes, I am.
Happily.
Okay. Buddy quietly walks to the front of the stage and waits for it to get eerily quiet. I'm going to perform with focus. So I'm rolling with advantage here. I get the DC, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
20.
Nice.
Okay.
Nailed it.
Well
I'm
done.
I'm going to begin on my bagpipe and just not able to, like, I'm just, I can't dial it in, and I shake my head. And then I rock out the first 10 seconds of Wipeout. And go,
But I believe that I rock that out because it's all drums.
well, I'm doing it on my bagpipe, and say Wipeout. At that point, when I scream Wipeout, I go ahead and I'm also going to accent my performance with Mold Earth, and I'm going to flash up onto the slate ceiling, which is a stone, the Warbler Brothers logo. And I'm going to say, I
Nice.
am Buddy Warbler, no relation to the MC, lead vocals and bagpipe. You figure out how one person does both of those, but we're here to make your ears bleed. And I blow some more bagpipe.
Nice.
And I also then give as a bonus action bardic inspiration to my three brothers behind me. And I say, on drums, he's short, he's masterful, he makes friends with all. We have Joey Warbler.
Going
Boom.
ham on the
Stage.
drums.
Good
Because
ham.
it's Wipeout, and that's what you do.
Yeah.
On bass loop, he'll tell you who he is over and over again. Talk your ear off, and he loves Tiffany behind the bar.
What?
Stevie Warbler.
Oh! Buddy! But I'm
Hey,
going.
He's my friend.
But I'm going to do a huge bass slide and then break it off into a staccato, doing an arpeggio run over all of the descending bass line of Wipeout.
And last, and certainly least, named after girl to make him stronger, he'll poop your pants on the lyre, Arwen Warbler.
He'll poop your
Does Arwen respond or do anything?
I don't think he would actually dignify that with a response.
that you can
But I-
see, but in the back, something else is happening.
Yeah.
Steve might be the bassist, but Arwen's going full John Entwistle and just stock still stoic in the back.
Yep. Okay. That's my turn. That's my minute.
Excellent. So you have acquired 1 performance point, and you've cost yourself 2 endurance points.
We didn't get any additional performance points for the logo on the ceiling? Come on.
Sorry. Yes, and as a DM, I consider that accent worth 2.
Ooh.
Okay. And you
For a
all
total of 3.
have a D8.
Nice.
Okay.
Well, I'm up next, and I'm going to use the Excite action. And since we're playing Wipeout, and it starts with just going ham on the drum, Joey's going ham on the drum. And I'm going to run right up the back wall as part of my athletic or my
Nice.
acrobatics.
Nice.
And I will use that bardic inspiration.
Yeah, you will. Oh.
And I may just use a reroll
Use the reroll.
because we got him.
Yep. There it
There
is.
it
With
is.
the
There it
natural
is.
20.
Oh.
So that's a 27 plus 5 for a 32 altogether on the
Ooh.
Excite. And
And
I'm going to accent it with a monk slow fall as I
Oh.
run up the wall and drop down while still drumming.
Nice.
ooh, wow. Oh, because you got the hand drum. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice. All right. So you have I'm giving you 1 extra for the wall run, and then the Excite gets you on a So you have everybody has advantage on performance checks
Nice.
until the end of Joey's next turn.
Nice.
So you've got an additional performance point, and Joey, you've used up 10 endurance points.
Right. And then I hold up my drum with that Armorer's logo on it.
Oh, right.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
That's awesome.
Well remembered.
Well done.
A debt we owed. A debt we owed. That's right.
Yeah.
I believe it's
All
me now.
right.
Then I go back to
Yeah.
ham on the drum.
All right. So as I recall, Wipeout is mostly drumming, going like on a 16th note, and then there's all kinds of like, you know, and you can embellish the shit out of it. But I imagine a lot of this is the bagpipes with, we're just coming in on a chord. So what I want to do is use my, I want to use bait and switch, which is one of my maneuvers as a battle master. And I want to do a maneuver where on the first part of the burnt, I am able to just loop Buddy around, and then I play the note, and then he loops around on me, and I just am swapping out who's in front as we change the
go
note.
back to back and lean into it, and then swap.
Absolutely, we're back to back like Bon Jovi. So Bon Jovi and Richie Sambora, 87. Totally shitty, but also exactly what we're going for. So
On brand.
So I will spend my superiority die to do that. I don't know how else you want me to do that because I have to roll an attack in order. Like I'd have to hit Buddy, but I'm imagining he's just gonna let me hit him.
Just apply your superiority die to your performance check.
Oh yeah. All right, so here comes my performance.
Not sure about that.
Dustin's skeptical.
All right.
You are at advantage because of my my excite.
Yep.
12 or 14. And then I have inspiration from Buddy.
Uh-huh. The bardic variety. You're doing just straight performance?
There it is.
Nice. Exactly what you needed.
Yep. All right, that got me to 20. I also could spend my superiority die on that too if you allow it. But
tell me more about why you think that would work.
Well, because
it
really probably shouldn't, because what the superiority die does is I can bait and switch, and if I hit the target, I get to
normally applied to damage.
It's usually applied to damage. It means that when I swap with the person, then I can actually hit. If I hit somebody, I can move the other person out of the way and get myself interposed with them. But it doesn't really. It's really
because you got to 20.
It doesn't actually really work.
You made
that.
Well, you made the attack. Like you beat the DC.
Yeah.
So if you had failed on the 20, I wouldn't let you use your superiority die.
I don't think you should. Actually, the more
I want to see how.
The more I'm looking at bait and switch, like.
Well, no, go ahead, because we're bullshitting this anyway.
Yeah, I know. Oh, yeah. What it does is it would give the person that I bait and switched my superiority dice roll. So actually, will you allow this? Can I give my superiority die to Buddy on his next roll as an inspiration die? Because that's what it would do. It'd be to improve his AC.
His AC.
Yeah, because that's what it does. Is it interposes me with him? But if you're letting it be a cool die.
Okay. So I will let it be, if he passes his check, he can add the total to it.
Okay.
If he fails his check, then the superiority die goes away. But if he hits the DC for whatever action he takes, then he can use the superiority die to see how much farther he beats it, potentially getting you
more.
For every 5 you beat the DC, you get another performance point.
I get it. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So that is what I will pass that die on then to Buddy, and then.
So Buddy, you have to remember that.
So you have a D8, just like what you gave us. So, and I only got to 20 with that maneuver. So we got one more performance die or whatever.
Yep, one more performance.
And how much endurance did I spend?
Just one.
Oh, sweet.
Mm-hmm.
That's me. You're up, Arwen.
Arwen!
So is the difference between perform and perform with focus is that if you perform with focus, you just get advantage?
Correct.
Yes, but you already have advantage because of Joey.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, don't waste it.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, yep, you get the advantage, and because performance with focus costs you more endurance points. So the more often you do it, the more likely you're going to run out of endurance points.
Okay. So I am going to do a performance check, which is just...
And you don't have advantage, right? You have a D8, correct? correct?
He has advantage
No,
because
the
of Joey.
excite gives everybody
No.
advantage. He also has the
right,
D8
Joey.
from
Thank you. Yep.
Yeah.
Bardic
Got it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
he's super loaded right
Correct.
now. He's
Sorry.
supercharged.
Yeah, you are. All the load.
Roll that again.
Wait, you have
'cause
advantage, man.
The
Yeah,
18, they'll
and
do
then I
it.
get the D8.
The D8. Yep.
Yep. Get a 2. Get a 2. Get a 2. Get a
Where's
5. Get an 8.
don't roll a 1. Don't roll a
Don't
1.
roll a 1.
A 7 would be ideal.
Yeah, 7 would be amazing.
Oh man.
Anyway,
Oh,
guys.
it's still good. Still good. Still good. Still good.
Yeah.
Yep.
You made it. And so
Okay.
you got 1 performance point. Okay.
And then as I'm playing,
Sorry, Steve,
like
you
to
also, the
accent-
judges gave you a performance point for your bait and switch
Oh, sweet. Thank you.
as an accent. Sorry, go ahead. My apologies for interrupting, Arwen.
then I'd like to accent the performance by casting Prestidigitation and make golden notes come out of the hearth as I'm
Ooh.
playing, but I go into like a Eddie Van Halen hitting the real high notes, like the classical guitar notes, so that they're matching what's coming out of the fireplace with these fiery notes.
That's delightful.
That is pretty cool.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Cantrip,
so
no roll.
you-
That was brilliant.
Yeah. So you've got the judges have given you 2 extra performance points for the golden notes, plus your 1 for the performance, and that cost you 1 endurance point.
Woo-hoo.
There you go.
And
So how many
at
points did
this
we earn
point-
that round?
9.
for what
And do we
about?
know? We don't know their.
We don't know that because we went first.
Buddy,
It's kind
but
of like
buddy, you're gonna have to lead us into our next song, so you got to pick what it is.
Wait a minute. Do we know
it's
how
only-
many performance points the other band got, though?
We
Not yet.
don't.
We don't
We
know what
don't.
their.
We don't. She
We
said
might not at all.
yet
she
performed.
they haven't, and you also explicitly said we don't know, right?
right. It's like
No, we
going
don't
into
know how
battle
much we
against an
have to
enemy
give.
like you hit.
Yeah.
Right.
And a whole round is only a minute, so I think we're still playing Wipeout.
Oh no! Not how many performance points we need to get to defeat them, but how many they gained against us.
Oh.
We're about to
So-
find out.
Oh, because they
so
get to go.
you
They
went
get to go.
first.
Oh, because they have the we went through our first round, so now they can use
So
their
the reason that I
distractions.
think it would be another song is that
because you're
we
playing back and
played
forth? Yeah.
and then they're gonna play. So
But-
we might have
Yeah.
another
That's
song.
fair.
But they have an opportunity now to distract us during song, right? Because we went first, then they get to go and they get to try to do something to mess up our shit, right?
Yeah, and one of us could have fucked
Yep.
with them if we chose to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. Yep. So the first one of them is going to come up, and he screams into the microphone
Whoa.
in an attempt to excite the crowd for
Ooh.
Motley Crusade. So he is going to roll
Now
on
it's kind of aggressive.
Well, he basically he hits he screams into it, and then as he's doing so, he mimes. He doesn't actually break the mic stand, but he mimes breaking the mic stand as a feat of strength. Whoops, sorry, that wasn't meant to be private. I'll switch it back.
Mime strength is always impressive.
Mime strength, yeah, it's true.
Pen strength is my
and-
favorite.
He manages to somehow excite the crowd.
And why did you roll so low?
Sorry, I need to click on a different token. My bad. Sorry, Arwen.
What?
Manages to it. I had clicked on your token at one point, and so it looks like you rolled, but it was me. So they managed to excite the crowd. So we've got the next groups have advantage on their rolls. First one up, gonna shred on the guitar and do a performance.
But Arwen pooped
he's-
his pants.
He's gonna fail miserably. The next one then hits the drums similarly with a performance roll. God, man, they're rolling
I
real
feel
poor.
I feel really bad for them. I might have to help them out.
This next
Do it.
guy, he comes up and sort of does a gymnastics move while he's performing and also screaming into his microphone and nails it. He
Never mind, they're good.
he hits the splits on the stage as he hits a real high note, and he seems to have trouble not hitting a high note for the next couple of seconds. And that is their turn.
Can I
Yeah.
actually use a reaction?
Yes. Sorry, I forgot that you need to get
Okay.
in here before if you're gonna.
No, I want to use a reaction on that last skill check, that last one that he did, and from backstage, I'm assuming I am within 60 feet of the guy who really nailed it.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna cast Silvery Barbs
Ooh.
and impose disadvantage. So he has to. It's actually it's a fucking cool spell.
It is, but it's such
So
a
he
game
has to
breaker.
roll another d20. It says the triggering creature must re-roll the d20 and use the lower roll.
Got it. Okay.
Oh, that's way worse than disadvantage.
Yeah.
Oh man!
No!
Destined.
Damn.
He still nails the split, and you can tell that something went wrong because his high note isn't quite on pitch anymore. But he's got a high note for sure.
So then as the secondary effect of that spell, I want to give who's going first in you guys around?
Buddy.
Who's rolling with advantage
Shorts.
and has an inspiration die.
Okay. Is there anybody who could use an extra advantage? Because
Joey, because it'll fail on Joey, right?
Joey.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. All right. Joey, the next attack roll, ability check, or saving throw you make next round will be with advantage.
I feel like
Perfect.
I feel like I'm inspired.
Nice. All right.
Okay. So we are starting a new song, correct?
It's up to you.
Yeah.
Frozen Sean looks mischievous.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
he
Well, we can
does.
still
He
hear you,
looks
right?
super mischievous.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to come to the mic and say, all right, let's give a warm shout out to the Hearth. Great host, great bartenders. Make sure you tip your bartenders. And our next one,
Shut up, buddy.
You may know from last night. And if you weren't here, let me give you a little taste of what you missed. I'm going to start singing. We'll be singing when we're winning.
Nice.
Man, we're
We'll
dumb
be
thumping. I love
singing
this one.
when we're winning. And while I'm singing that, I'm walking to the chair here by the hearth. I'm going to stand on it. If I can get my fucking thing off of measure and let me actually control my guy. Nope, I can't. Just measuring a shit ton. Don't worry. Do it manually. Here I am.
The hell out of it.
Stand on this chair. I'm going to blow my bagpipes and go, we get knocked down. And then I'm going to do my performance.
Oh,
here.
man. We're going to rock this joint.
Yep. Let's cross our fingers here.
I'm pumped.
Performance with advantage.
Farts. No! Farts.
Oh, man.
You didn't get it.
But
you had to make it before you got the D8.
You had to make it.
Yeah, I did. But I can still accentuate my performance. It doesn't require me to succeed on the performance.
Have 3 more re-rolls.
Oh, yeah, I'm re-rolling. We need to get this song off.
Yeah. And you should use the re-rolls because you're more likely to make the DC 20.
Yep. But this should be a normal roll then, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Here we go.
There it is.
Much better. Okay. And I'm accentuating this performance with Mage Hand.
Get that D8 in there. Get that D8 in there.
Sorry, D8. Yep, thank you. And a D8 on top of that. That's the wrong dice, Sean.
Yeah, 10's not possible. Okay.
2.4 or whatever.
Oh, one shy.
But a 3 is possible.
Farts.
I am going to accentuate this performance with Mage Hand and essentially pick up some flaming logs out of the hearth and wave them over my head behind me.
Ooh. Like a lighter, but it's a
Yeah,
log.
exactly. Yeah.
It's big, it's heavy, it's wood.
This log.
That's a log. Nice.
Better than bad. It's good.
Buddy's done.
That is the summation of my college, was Ren and
That took
Stimpy.
2 endurance points for me. And we got
Yep.
how
No,
many
sir. I don't
performance
like it.
points?
You got 2 total for that.
Oh, just 1 for the... come on.
And how many rounds in total do we go?
Until someone's dead.
Until somebody's out?
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
We came on real strong that first round. I think we're in good shape.
Yeah, we did. Let's knock him out. Let's knock him out the box, y'all.
So where are we at right now after those 2 performance points?
You are at
11.
11 performance points.
Okay.
All right.
Keep it going.
All right, Joey's up. And I'm going to go ahead. I have advantage from some ghostly image in my head that makes me feel inspired. And I'm going to use that to perform.
Nice.
And
Whoa!
and Joey's drumming along with tub thumping, and I'm gonna step out to the front of the stage, and I'm gonna accent with Step of the Wind to double my jump distance, and I'm gonna jump across to this pillar and hang above Buddy as he's playing. So I'm jumping over the entire crowd to do this.
You're Freddie Mercurying that shit.
But I'm also jumping 80 feet.
Yeah.
Nice.
You're just doing it without cables.
Yep.
That's fabulous. So,
There's those sconces hanging on there, and Joey like wraps his legs around one of them, hangs upside down, drumming along above Buddy.
We'll give you a 99% chance. Okay. The sconce creaks a little but does not break.
That's okay, because if I got knocked down, I'd get up again.
Nice.
Yeah, but you'd be disqualified for destroying the venue.
Oh,
That was
right.
riskier than we thought.
Yeah, she even warned us. Uh-oh. Man, as a fighter, I don't come with a lot of shit that helps with this stuff. So I'm going to just straight up roll.
You
Don't
perform with focus to get your advantage.
I can that, and I do have a lot of. I do actually. How many endurance points is that?
You have the play with advantages 2. You also only spent 1 last time, so you could excite and restart the advantage for everybody.
Oh, I'm gonna do that. I am gonna do that. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is
You do not have advantage currently, nor bardic inspiration.
Gotcha.
But you can do a different check. You can do charisma, dexterity.
I can use that.
strength.
I'm gonna.
You can use athletics.
I'm gonna use athletics, and so, I'm sorry. I keep moving Arwen. I am going.
If you want to
So
wear
jealous
pink,
of that
you can wear pink.
Lavender pink suit.
I am a little jealous of it. It's very flashy and fetching.
I'm a fan.
I am going to. So I'm gonna David Lee Roth it. And I'm going to run and do a long jump over this table, doing the splits, and land. It's nowhere near as cool as what Joey did, but it's gonna look athletic, just not as supernatural as an 80-foot
Not as
jump.
acrobatic. Yeah.
But that's what I think 5'10". Yeah, I can do that with my strength. So,
Okay.
so athletics check.
Uh-huh.
Here we
Yep.
go. Here we go. No! Why do I keep rolling ones?
We got rerolls.
Two
I'm-
rerolls.
all
You
right.
got. You got to decide if you're going to use it on this. You remember those rerolls end at the end of the night, but
Yep.
you do have
you
potentially
spun
another
your
performance
squares.
tonight.
There it is.
25.
Oh,
Holy shit!
You get
That's
two
amazing.
for that one.
Okay. And so then that means everybody gets the excite, so everybody's got advantage up till my turn. So, Scott,
Okay.
you've got advantage again. That was worth it. Okay. And then I'll just
Arwen,
go
you're
right
up.
into the baseline and just, I'll even say,
So-
I get knocked down. I got
So
up
can
again.
I perform and distract an opponent, or only either or?
Nope, you can do one or the other because those are both actions.
Okay. I'm going to distract the opponent,
Okay.
and I'm going to turn my back to the crowd, kind of like Back to the Future again. Eddie Van Halen, go into the high shredding. But as I kind of go into this big Pete Townsend,
Harpwell.
I kind of point my finger over to the lead singer, and I cast message, and I message him of your favorite parental unit fillets a goat, and communicate that to him to distract him.
The
Okay.
guy's like confused, going, fillets.
Before you do that, I'm going to give you a sleight
I
of
thought they
hand
were chops,
check,
not
because
fillets.
technically, that's against the rules.
Why
So
is that against the
sleight of
rules?
you are goading an opponent, intentionally
goading?
goad or be prejudiced.
No, goading is when you stick your balls between your legs. That's a waiting reference. Anyone get you?
Yes, I'm with you.
I don't get it, but it's funny.
Oh, well, if that's
Provoke
against
or
the rules,
annoy
I'm not
someone.
going
Okay.
to.
Yeah.
Then I won't do
So
that.
goading would be anything that you're doing to distract the opponent would be like lights going off and like things that are so like exceptional they intent that they distract them.
So do we
But
get to?
Arwen's probably good at sleight of hand. You
Yeah,
could
oh, yeah.
probably get away with it.
True, but
But
if you fail,
again-
you'll lose immediately, regardless of where you're at.
But we have re.
I'm
let's
giving
wait-
you fair warning.
We have one
let's wait till
reroll.
roll
I know,
out.
We
I'm kidding, I'm
have
kidding.
one reroll.
And he rolls an
Um,
advantage.
Listen, if you go for it, I won't fault you.
Yeah.
If we lose, we lose.
Wait a minute. What could I do a prestidigitation and do a like a firework burst of no,
Scott, can I interrupt you for a second? Because I'm having a mechanics
Sure.
question here. Like, so
Yeah.
the way I kind of pictured this is we got to play, we played, then they got, like, we won the initiative. It's not that they played next, it's that while we were playing, they would get to do their things that would distract us, and then am I not understanding this correctly? Because otherwise, there's not a lot of value for us in trying to distract them rather than build up points against them. I mean, there's some value if you can distract the shit out of them, but
The
like those offensive maneuvers don't seem to make sense. Like, how do we distract them while they're not playing, or they're playing currently while we're playing, and people are listening to either them or us?
So if you win on a distracting of them, all of their checks are at disadvantage for the next round.
Okay.
You're
So
basically distracting while we're playing.
While we're playing, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and
Like,
then
you're
if you
psyching
distract
them
the
out.
audience, so benefit to you for this round, I have been mischaracterizing excite, because that is supposed to be a contested one. So if you distract the audience and judges, that would give the audience disadvantage on their or
on their excite roll.
on their so
On
that
whether or not they're
they
excited.
would potentially fail that excite
I
check.
see.
So I've been giving it to you at 20, and I should not have been giving it to you at 20. So that's my bad.
Okay, so what Scott could do is something with like the liar or whatever that just gets in their head, so that they're not playing as
Right.
well the next time. Okay.
Yeah, it's a distraction more than it is a like taunting.
So, question for you: could I use message not to taunt, but could I just ask a question like, "Hey, do you like that warm brown squishy feel after you crapped your pants?"
That's distracting.
What's that? It's an innocent question.
In certain circumstances, that's a pickup line.
All right.
Okay. That's.
I'll allow it for this one, but don't use it on the next one. You're gonna have to, because it's our first music. So the idea with this one was like very much a mechanics test and things like that. So try it this
so I
time.
can either use intimidation performance or wisdom performance.
Yeah. Yep. Intimidation performance or performance if you have a wisdom. I don't know why there's a wisdom performance.
Neither do I, because in case you would use your
great for
wisdom
me.
bonus versus.
It would be awesome for me because I'm proficient in performance and have a high wisdom. So, like, that would be ideal for me.
Oh, you make the intimidation. They can test it. So you were doing an intimidation check, which
No, I was
really
doing a performance.
So you should be making the distract is you need to intimidate, and they make the performance.
Yeah, that's the one.
Because they're gonna oppose it with their ability to perform.
Right.
Oh, got you. So I didn't understand that. Can I take that back and just do a regular performance?
Yes. Yep.
So okay, sorry.
And that's the whole point. No, it's fine. That was the point of this particular battle. It was like, let's figure this out together and make sure we understand the rules before we go into our next one or two, however many.
So it was predetermined that we were going to win this one.
No, it wasn't. You could have very well lost.
We still could.
So
you still could.
So since I still rolled the performance, neither hits the 20, but you said we don't necessarily have to roll against a 20.
For excite, you don't roll against the DC. Excite, distract opponents, and distract judges are all contested, and I've been running excite as not contested, and it should have been contested. So DC, you don't have Bardic, correct?
No, you already used it, I believe, didn't you?
Yeah, so you didn't make that one, but as you finish your riff of tub thumping, I believe is what's happening here.
Yep.
As you finish your lyre riff of tub thumping, the ogres of Motley Crusade in their paladin garb turn and put out their hands as we know when we've been beat gesture.
Oh, I had such a good third round.
They laid that golden fiddle at the ground before Arwen's feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
So you have successfully defeated Motley Crusade.
Ew.
By quite a lot. I let you finish the round. You finished them after the first play of the second round. So but I wanted to make sure everybody got a chance to go twice so that we would have a chance with mechanics again too. So Which is why I was
Well-
like, please don't disqualify yourselves because you already won.
That's too bad. That's a little Doctor Feels Bad.
Oh.
Here's a little bit. Feels bad. He's the one who makes it feel shit. Hey.
Uh, they head off to the back of the room to sing random things at their table together at one scream at each other in their melodic voices. And that wraps up the first night. MC, the Warblers are your winning band. And the competition is over until tomorrow. So
Semifinals.
yeah.
Do we have
MC,
a
anything
Warbler
for wrapping
sister?
up the night?
Yeah. So yeah, what's going on? Where is she? She announces the winning, right? She announces in your winners of your fourth and last round of this.
You're muted.
Fourth and last battle.
No, he's
You're
not. I
mute.
can hear him totally.
No.
No.
She
Oh,
is.
Yeah, fourth and
Pages.
last
Pages.
battle of
Oh,
this first
Pages. Okay.
round. Yep.
Bloopers. Yeah, so just sort of reiterates sort of the bracket for tomorrow night after announcing the Warbler brothers as the winners of the final matchup of the night. And just sort of closes it out for the evening. Everybody's drunk as hell.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you are, but what?
Is there
I?
is there still an apothecary or an alchemist open,
Ooh.
or will there be one open tomorrow morning before our next show?
Yes. Yep. The other venues in the building are closed, but they will reopen at the Rooster's Call in the morning.
I'm gonna go to the Rooster's
some
Call for
point-
breakfast.
At some point, I would like to just say that I visit one of these places to buy some powders that will create smoke effects when thrown in fire.
Ooh.
Okay. Nice. All right. Is there anything? So the bands wrap up. I'll look that up for you, Scott, and let you know. The bands wrap up. Tiffany's wiping down the bar. We're sort of closing the place out.
You know what?
Steve,
Did you look up from your book? Did you see us?
Uh-huh.
Was it really good?
Uh-huh. Your
That's
lyrics
okay.
left a little to be desired. I wasn't overly impressed by their complexity.
Oh no, I can see that because they're pretty shallow.
I would love to hear something with more depth.
The first
feel like you
song
have-
we really
I feel
just
like-
say ha 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 wipe out. That's
Yes,
it.
I picked
That's the lyrics.
I picked up on that, and I think I would have been okay without the headband.
It might have been a metaphor though.
Oh. And now he's lost in thought, trying to figure out the metaphor of wipeout.
I want to know what tub thumping has to do with the rest of the lyrics.
No, the second song was just about getting really drunk.
Takes a whiskey drink. Takes a cider drink.
And
As we're
Well,
celebrating at
we got a
the
little
drinking,
maudlin.
I am torn.
What?
Steve Warbler is torn between wanting to find out why this MC tiefling woman who has similarly green streaked, well, at least singular streak, one streak. I don't know how much makes a streak. Is it several strands of hair, or is it one streak is a singular? I don't know. But Steve Warbler is very interested in finding out if this person is related. But also wants to know if Tiffany liked the show.
You decide where you're gonna go on the map. Arwen, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I was gonna say to my brothers of like as we're drinking and celebrating of like, oh, tomorrow I should totally like start rapping in Thieves' Cant to one of our songs as like an overlay. What do you guys think?
Wait.
And I said, yeah, that's a little too bare naked ladies for me. I think we'll be okay without it.
Arwen, I think you should believe in yourself because thieves
where you're going
can.
with that, Sean.
What's that?
I think it's a
I'm
1 week
genuinely-
reference
That was
because
awesome.
they have. What was
Chickadee
awesome?
China, the Chinese chicken.
Yeah. That does sound a
That
bit.
song is actually in Thieves' Camp.
Yes, it is.
I think you should believe in yourself, and you should do it in thieves can.
I'm disconnecting. We're done here. You know what? I think I'm good. I think I'm good.
All right, so
What is this random ogre?
That's little
little one.
little one.
little one,
Oh,
That's my
I
best
wasn't
friend.
here last week.
He was.
little
He's
one
been here every time we've been here.
Yeah.
He's an ogre with a headband of awakening.
He sent us on
that-
our first quest, I think.
Headband of
Mhm.
intellect.
That's the one. Thank you. Yeah.
So he's an ogre
Um,
with an intelligence of 19.
Yeah. You're to the you're cleaning up the bar, but you can also see Motley Crusade and Mithril back, and the Harpers are still in the bar. Ludidrist and Fitty Copper have headed out together, but all the current winners
Nice.
all the other current winners are in here, as well as Evangeline and
Normal
Tiffany.
Steve
Who
Warbler
has
would
made
be.
her way to the bar and is nursing a whiskey.
A whiskey drink or a lager drink?
A whiskey drink.
Okay.
And a vodka drink and a cider drink.
Steve Warbler is going to order a cider drink. And he's going to say to Evangeline, Steve Warbler sees you're drinking a whiskey drink. I am drinking a cider drink. That is directly related to the song. Speaking of directly related, you have the same last name as us.
Sure do, sure do.
Was your
What's up with
mother's
that?
was your mother's name by any chance? Martha.
Mm-hmm. Because I know who they are.
Oh, you do? Okay. Oh, fun.
Well, yeah,
Well,
we're the
we're the
Warbler
Warblers.
brothers. You
Yeah, I'm
surely
just
heard of
confirming
us.
I'm just confirming with.
Okay.
You can. It was completely up to you. However you
But
want.
this
to
is
play
our.
that. Yep.
This is well, and are you leaving this up to all of us? Because I mean, when Joey
The Warbler
arrived, we
brothers,
were
the
like,
four
oh,
of you don't
we'd
know about her.
we'd known
No.
of Joey before. When Joey, oh, it's our
Yeah.
lost little brother Joey. But even though
Well,
Joey, I think,
buddies-
might be older than me.
But it wasn't like that. It was just at mom's, and she finally let me go.
Buddy's skeptical, so he's like, so when I'm sitting on the other side, when were you born? How old are you?
I am 31.
31.
Yeah, shit, why not? About 31 years ago, I have been raised by my peepaw and me. I'm a meemaw
Oh,
on their farm. So I've heard about you guys. I've been spending some time with Ma and my pa and his band. So
What band was your father in?
well, they are
Charlie Daniels.
Well,
You got a cowboy, big guy, cowboy hat, beard.
it's more of a collective. See, they're all packed musicians. So
oh, act musician.
packed musicians. So they just sort of call themselves the Eldritch Spree, and every single one of
Awesome.
them has a different pact, has a different patron,
Love it.
and it's a real eclectic sound. But my daddy, my people and my meemaw got sort of mixed up into you could call it a cult,
Okay.
and
I thought
one
that
thing
from
leads to
the
another,
road.
and
Polyphonic pact, right? Is that what you said?
The Eldritch Spree.
Eldritch Spree, sorry. Didn't
Yeah.
like one of them become sainted? Like, aren't they like Saint Vincent or?
What
Yeah,
happened to your
kinda-
accent, Steve?
Sorry, Steve Warbler thinks he's heard of somebody from the
Yeah,
Eldritch
kinda
Spree.
just,
So
come
while
and
this is
go a little
happening,
bit.
Joey's buying rounds for the other bands
Oh,
That sounds about right.
Nice.
that sounds right.
and going and talking to them.
Okay. I'll
He's
come back
currently at the
over here.
Harpers, but he's bought rounds for everybody.
Nice.
You can tell me what I
Ah.
spent because I
Okay.
My
I'll come back over to you as soon as I think you were in the middle of something.
my
over here
dad
in the
was a
text.
my dad was a folk singer. His name was Phil Orks, and mom was really into the folk scene at the time. So yeah, Martha. She okay. Did you ever meet Mom?
Yeah,
You're switching to Shamuel.
No, I'm not. That would be. Did you ever meet Mom? Sorry.
No,
Did you?
You're holding it back.
I'm not holding it back. I'm not doing Samuel. Samuel is a whole nother thing.
Steve gets really loaded.
Steve Warbler's not feeling too good right now.
he went to a lot of speech
You know what?
therapy when he
Two
gets
different
really
rooms
loud,
here.
goes out the window.
Steve Warbler had the cider drink. He had the whiskey drink. Yeah, I got knocked down.
Yeah, I could drink.
I'm
What?
not gonna get up again.
But I'm at work for relentless endurance. I'm back up again. All
Nice.
right. So, no, he's going to keep asking you about what you know about Mom. So, sorry.
Yeah.
Hey.
In seriousness. Yeah.
On cereal?
Yeah. I gotta have my bowl. Have my cereal.
So you could,
Yeah.
I imagine, learn a lot of these things about Martha just from hanging around Greenest. If you're truly a warbler, sing us a song and don't use any of that auto-tune loop and magic shit that you're using on stage. Let's hear
Man.
your warbler-ness.
Steve Warbler thinks Buddy's
I
being
don't
overly
appreciate
aggressive.
being called shit, but
Well,
Warbler
we're a truer band
Standard.
that tries not to rely on gimmicks.
Oh, man.
That's bullshit. We have so
you
many
got soft
gimmicks.
fair few gimmicks up there.
You obviously saw our most recent show. We're very pure to the music.
Yeah, you use a lot of inspiration and shit like that.
Yeah, gimmicks. No gimmicks like flying across the stage or
Nope.
uh,
Nope. Climbing up walls.
climbing up walls or
Making
golden
fire,
musical notes
yep.
coming out of the fire. No, none of that
Nope,
shit.
nope. We stay true to the music. But again, let's hear you sing maybe one of our mom's favorite songs.
Couldn't even begin to guess.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Whatever you say is canon.
All right, fair enough.
Uh-huh.
Well, that's Dusty's decision. Sorry.
That is exactly what I would have said if you hadn't said it first. And I'm content with you saying it first. Totally fine.
Yeah, she'll just kick her feet up on the next bar stool if it's empty, and strum on the banjo, and it's gonna be "Walking After Midnight." Patsy Cline.
She used to sing with Steve Warbler. Used to fall asleep to that every night. She would sing it to me when I couldn't sleep.
Yeah,
Steve Warbler knows that song.
Start just crying. Let's say she's our sister. I give her a big hug.
We're gonna have to rename the band.
Yeah. Are there any rules? Are you committed to the MC, or can you join a band?
Well, I think that might be a little bit of a conflict of interest. I don't know. I'd have to consult with the judges on that one. But I do think I could add some flavor here and there.
I mean, we might need to take a brother vote, but I'd be all in.
How do you feel about dancing for
From behind
decision
the
making?
bar. Yeah, from the behind the bar, you hear Tiffany mumbling. Last time you made a decision, you had to dance for it. Just saying, there's a stage up there.
But
We'll see how the brothers vote.
and I do not wish to disappoint Tiffany in any way, shape, or form, but Steve Wilbur will note that the rules say we only dance if there's a disagreement between the brothers. So,
Well,
or
Is there
actually,
disagreement?
sorry,
you
amendment,
can dance if you want to.
amendment amongst the siblings. So moved. It passes. All right.
Wait, what amendment just passed?
That the dancing now
It
is
was
between
really just the recognition of the rules.
Siblings, not brothers.
Oh, nice.
But I wasn't going to take
The
it to a
Warbler
vote.
brothers and the Warbler sister, Animaniac style.
That's what I was thinking too, which would be funny.
It's
And the
time
Warner
for
sister eventually-
Warbler Maniacs.
We've got baloney in our slacks.
The
And-
Warner sister.
Well,
And
according to
squared.
Arlen, it's not baloney.
No.
Unless.
And for some of us,
No, he's just happy to see you.
it's just squares.
Nice. Tiffany says, you can dance if you want to, Steve. You can leave your past behind.
If friends dance, and if they don't dance, well, they're no friends of mine.
I dance on this
I start
table.
playing on the bagpipes. The safety dance on the
And take
bagpipes.
away every man's hat.
And now everyone in here is without hats.
Only the men,
Only the
Not
men.
me. My hat stays on.
because it's men without hats.
16 for my dance on the table.
She gives you a very impressed eyebrow raise.
That's the best eyebrow raise Steve Warbler has ever seen. I will keep dancing.
Arwen, what are you doing while all this conversation is happening with your sister? And she sings one of your mom's favorite songs.
Oh, I would probably strum along on the lyre in a supporting role,
Supporting.
and then also play wingman to my brother Stevie, kind of whispering to Tiffany of like, "Oh man, he is packed. He is packing. You should see that sausage in that bun."
It's not helping. Steve Warbler doesn't appreciate the help.
Stevie can pump.
Let me tell you
But my brother.
about my brother's dick.
Fuck.
I told you,
Don't.
she's our sister. We knew it.
One of us.
All right, I'm just. Eventually, I will grow weary of that.
I say to Tiffany of like, "Oh, you should hear some of his great wooing songs, like his famous "Wiggle It Just a Little Bit."
Great bass line. The bass lute in there sings
Wiggle it, like
just a little bit. Doom, doom, doom.
Seriously, we're going to need to get clarity on your ability to join the band because we will need to rehearse in the morning if you're coming on stage.
That's true.
The judges are still shuffling papers at the front. If you want to go chat with them, you can.
Will this call into question? We were not picked by the MC, but will they question?
Oh, I don't have 1 ounce of power over who wins and loses.
Okay.
Yeah. I will.
Except for that sneaky spell from the back.
Listen. Yes. And I do it again.
Then I do it
No
again.
single vote.
No vote. I don't choose the winner. Influence?
I'm going to walk with her over to the judges to try to convince them to let her join our band.
The one that chastised Steve earlier looks at you very aggressively with her eyes.
I'm assuming I know her name.
It's Jackdaw.
Joey wandered off after buying drinks and put on his silk robe before he came back.
Nice. Walking back in like the F. You know.
Yep.
Plaid.
And I'm hanging out with the Harpers in my silk robe.
All of the casualness, none of the rampant rapey sexualists.
No, like
Are there any are there any covering items below your robe, or is the plaid visible?
no.
Why are you asking?
I'm wearing my
Just
robe.
All the plaid. Got it. Plaid robe. Got it.
Robe over plaid.
It's true.
What's fun is you never have
Over
to ask
sometimes.
buddy that.
True.
I
You
will.
needed something?
Yes. I've read the rules sheet over and over and over again, and I saw nothing about adding members to the band.
Is she on your registration list?
No. Again, and we were going to add it to that.
Did you include it in your registration list?
Well, no. But again, I would point you to the rules where it said that we couldn't add people after it started. You've even before today, you've certainly heard of us. We're the Warbler Brothers, and what
Yes.
makes us a band, besides our just awesome abilities, is the fact that we're related. And we found out there's yet another sibling out there, and we would like our sister to join us in the spot that she's earned through the blood that courses through her veins, through her mother Martha, and join the Warbler Brothers and sister band.
I appreciate that you've brought this to my attention, that there's an oversight in the rules about not. We'll adjust that for future reference. At this point, there is no explicit rule against it. However, I am uncertain and will need to consult with my judges. Are there any other compelling reasons that you believe I should allow you to take this unprecedented step of adding a band member halfway through the competition?
I take my hat off and place it over my heart. And I just say, ma'am, I don't know if you have any siblings. I didn't rightly know that I had any until today. I'd heard tell that maybe my family was here. And I can promise you, ma'am, that it will not influence my ability to host the show.
And I'm like, oh, I thought you were not going to host. We got to concentrate on the performance here.
I would like to try and distract the judge by explaining my.
By the helicopter.
Warlock.
Here comes the helicopter.
On those packs.
What did you say? What are you doing, Arwen?
I said I have a contractual obligation.
What is Arwen doing trying to distract?
I was going to start playing Walking After Midnight on the lyre so that our sister could start singing and be like, and then kind of be like, would you want to deprive the audiences of this beautiful performance? And I kind of like look at my brothers to say, like, start playing.
All right, I'll jump in on the bass.
Yep.
All right.
Joey's only vaguely aware of this happening.
There are mechanics for distracting the judge, which is why
his hips are moving.
Nice.
Yes!
In his silk robe.
Give me. So, I will take a persuasion check at advantage.
Ooh.
Not a performance check. Okay.
No, you're all performing wonderfully. I don't need performance checks. You're all doing lovely. But currently, your sister is in the depths of persuading, and you are giving her advantage because you're performing with her.
Gotcha.
So,
Gotcha.
So she's rolling.
So Paige is rolling for
persuasion.
Paige is rolling for persuasion.
Paige is rolling persuasion. Got it.
I would like to. Oh, never mind. That won't matter. Or will it?
Joey's hips are walking after midnight.
Hold on.
Can Buddy still cast Bardic Inspiration?
I'm out of Bardic Inspiration. I'm out, but it might help Nope, it's just a more advantage, so we can't advantage an advantage.
No, you can't. You can
never
in
mind.
Call of
No,
Cthulhu.
they don't stick.
All right, I am new to.
Forge.
So double click on your token and then look through your list of skills. You'll see persuasion. When you click on it, it'll give you the option to roll it normal or advantage or disadvantage.
You have your character sheet open.
I do.
So on attributes, you'll have
Oh yeah,
your
sorry. Switch the
skills.
tab.
And then
Oh
click
yeah,
on.
I'm there.
Okay.
Yep.
So then
Yeah.
once you click on it, it'll let you choose advantage and roll.
Yeah.
Pretty
That's
dice.
not bad. That's not bad. That's not good. Can I?
Sorry,
Can
it
I
wasn't
use
Joey.
my-
It was me rolling that.
Right. Can I use my my cosmic omen on myself?
Put it in the chat? Can you display it in the chat? I'll
If you
bring it up.
click on it, it'll should show up in the chat.
Yeah, I think so. I just have to find it.
It's not in D&D Beyond.
It's a feature of my class. There. It's
Action.
whenever a creature I can see within 30 feet is about to make an ability check.
Okay, so in future, yes, but not for this because you have to. It's like inspiration. Like you'd have to
Oh,
say
okay.
it beforehand.
Got it.
So because you have to call that you're using it
Okay.
because it says is about to.
Right.
So I would. It's probably not designed to be used on yourself, but
They didn't clear.
but I think just in the same way that you can make yourself invisible.
Yeah.
Like you.
Well, like when I
see
cast
yourself.
silvery barbs, I can use the advantage on myself. Like I can give myself the advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Like when
Yeah.
I impose a disadvantage, I can give myself the advantage. So I'm kind of like looking at it that way, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, not for this.
Not for this one. So, well, how about this? We've reached an impasse. If your band is able to make it through the next round without Evangeline, Evangeline,
You hired
It's
her.
sound.
Mm-hmm.
Due respect, man.
Evangeline can join you for your final round.
Oh,
Cool.
But if you're not good enough to make it to the final step, then I'm not going to let her join your band to try and win the battle of the bands. It doesn't
Make a whole lot of sense, but we'll roll.
yeah, we'll just roll with that.
because persuasion-wise, you haven't actually persuaded her, so she's
Right.
trying to come up with this compromise of like, you sort of get what you want, but only if you don't suck first.
But the rules expressly did not prohibit it.
Yeah, but she's not on your registration form. I
But
gave
it
you
doesn't
a
say that
registration form.
the rules don't expressly say that the registration form is the members. It just says have a registration form.
The registration form said names, band songs, and how was your band formed, in which yours says
by blood.
conceived in love, how long you've known each other, which was very long time. So Evangeline would not
Did
qualify.
we actually put in a registration form?
We did.
Yes.
Yeah, we did.
Because we
Yep.
left we tried to leave some song titles blank. It
Yep.
was like, and another song, and that song.
Yep.
Yep.
Ah,
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, we already tried to cheat.
Yes, and we may have cheated because I don't remember what songs we said, so I can't say with complete confidence they're the songs we played.
Yeah, I don't know if Thump Thumping was even on our list yet.
I don't think it was.
No, but also the mechanics changed a little bit since the registration form was like I didn't understand the registration form thoroughly enough to tell you that you needed like a lot of songs. It has to be more than 3, because obviously it was going to be 3 because you were going to play one song for each round, but that doesn't work with the way mechanics were written. So I hadn't done enough.
I would like to. Arwen would like to point out that the registration form was confusing, and we didn't understand the format, and that is why we did not put Evangeline on there.
Did you understand the format enough to put your own name on there?
No. I'm not saying Arwen's smart.
No, but to be fair, every time I see a light, I write my name on it.
I'll keep that in mind.
That little smudge. It may look like a smudge, but it's actually the X for Evangeline because she doesn't know how to sign her name.
Or learn how to write. I am simply a coal miner's daughter who has never learned how to read.
Look at this coat of many colors she has.
Look at this coat of many colors.
Deception check.
It's the red dirt girl.
There it is.
Oh, no, that's mine.
Oh no.
All right. On call. I gotta hop off. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, you know you're good. We'll wrap up.
I'm not
Thanks,
a good
Scott.
liar either, and do not like to lie.
We're going to stick with what we landed on. So Evangeline will be MC for the next round, and then we'll be able to join you for your final performance, which will be good because your last band is a little harder. Oh, we lost Sean too.
Sean's gone.
Everybody's leaving. Peace out, Gio. Normally this is our ending time, so it does work out all right. Thank you for coming in. We had a lot of fun having our guest with us. She will be here through the next chapter. So enjoy Evangeline for probably 6 months, really, the rate we're going.
The next 3 years. I'm just here now.
Yep.
Here. This is your new reality.
Yep. And we'll see where things go from there. So next time we'll come back, we'll have the last 2 rounds of Battle of the Bands and then move on from there. I hope you had fun tonight. Thanks for hanging out with us. I saw Ron was making some chatter happen. So we'll see you in 2 weeks for this show. On Wednesday, we've got our next Building Navishla, which is for the online game. So a great one to tune in for if you like watching world building and if you're interested in watching that online game when it gets going. I believe we're with Albinosaur.
Hard to say.
Maybe it'll be somebody, or it'll be art or something. It'll be Building Division on Wednesday at either 7:30 or 8, depending on whether or not it is a person or just artwork. In the meantime, roll some dice, play some games, and give some of your time or treasure to a meaningful cause. Peace out, yo.
Oh, that's me. I gotta turn this off.